Hi guys, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on when this video would meet you, wherever you are. How are you? Like, how are you really doing? How is everything? How was your weekend? How is preparation for the new week? How is waiting for Tinubu's 8K? I'm waiting for that also. That was on a lighter note actually. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting what we are doing here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Thank you for sharing your views and opinions on every topic that we get to gist about. Thank you again. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It really means a lot. And I hope we do more. I hope we indulge more. I want to learn from you guys too. I want to get your perspectives too. I want to get your views and how all those things connect to your life also. Like, I really want to know. Is another spontaneous time with Mercy Wind. Yay! I'm super excited because I come bearing good news and hot gist. Okay, guys. So I have a gist about Mary and Martha in the Bible. Lazarus' sisters, right? So, do you know that if only Martha had sat down at Jesus' feet to draw from Jesus, to behold his glory, to behold his beauty, to get every word that proceeded from his mouth, do you know that it would have saved her like a lot of stress, a lot of energy, a lot of resources? Now, let's get down to the story. I was going through Luke 10 and I came across the story of Mary and Martha that we all know. Mary the lazy one and Martha the hardworking auntie, and we all know that. Yeah, Jesus came to visit and she was on and on and on being beaten up in the kitchen preparing all varieties of things. They didn't mention in the Bible, but from the reading of the story, you would realize that she was actually preparing a banquet, like rice, beans, banded yam, fried yam, fried egg, all those things, without even knowing if Jesus was going to eat or not, without asking if he was going to eat or not. There was no point in that story that recorded that Jesus actually ate what she prepared. She forgot that this is the king of the universe that she's dealing with. Somebody that food isn't his problem. I understand her courtesy. I understand it. But she forgot that this person fed like 5,000 people with food. Like, food isn't his problem. Should have just sat down at his feet. And trust me, he would have given her a vivid instructions on what he wants if he was going to eat. He'd have told her, maybe you auntie rice, and then she would prepare rice. If only she had asked. There was no point in the Bible that she said, God, Jesus, would you eat? There was no point in the Bible that she actually welcomed himself, like sat down and welcomed him. All her concern was taking care of Jesus. Like, servant Jesus, how did that sound? Like, she wanted to take care of her creator. She was taking care of the person that created her. How will you take care of the person that has it all, that just want to pour out everything on you, to you, for you? Forgetting that he didn't come to be served. Serving God is good, don't get me wrong, don't. Serving God is incredibly great. That wasn't his aim. He wasn't looking for people to serve him. He came to save you. And that was his first service to you. He came to take care of you. Like, he wants to take care of you every single day. He didn't come so you love him. That's part of it. That's not it. And all we do today is wanting to keep going on and on and on and on. Be here, be there, be here today, be there tomorrow, all in the name of serving God. Using our energy, using our resources, our time, without even knowing if we're actually doing the right thing or not. In our last video, I think I touched the part that we spend all our time running other people's races and forgetting our own ways and leaving our own ways untouched. We don't even get to know. Mary sat down to draw from Jesus. She kept receiving. Martha was serving. Service that never even got to be service to him. Because, as I said, there was no point. Abi, you know where them talk say Jesus been chop the food. I know it, I'm sure. I beg, if you know, enlighten me. She kept on going and going. She got exhausted. She got frustrated along the line. In that Luke 10, I think from verse 40, it recorded how she did two things. She blamed Jesus for not caring, and then she blamed her sister for leaving her alone. Two realistic things in life. You will do two things if you are in that situation. You will blame God for not giving you the grace to be successful, and for not making the thing to succeed, for it not working out. You would just be frustrated. Some people at that point would even say that there's no God anymore. They will turn because they will feel like he's not doing what he promised in whatever they are doing. They are serving God and their lives is like this, their lives is like that, and they will blame God on and on and on and on. And then secondly, they will blame the people around them for not supporting them, for not helping them to succeed, for not helping them serve God the way they want to serve God and all that. They'll blame everybody. They'll end up feeling alone, frantic, frustrated, worn out, exhausted. In what? Doing nothing. Mary kept receiving. Martha kept serving without receiving nothing, with no instruction, with no knowledge, with no power, with no direction. Guys, there was no point that they said the food was available in the house. So she might have gone out to even look for Maggie, to rush out and buy oil, to run here and there just to make sure that things are okay for God, just to take care of Jesus. And then you run through debt, you run through so much, all in the name of serving God and blaming that he didn't come through. Trust me, the grace is sufficient. But use it wisely, right? Mary sat down and received, and still ended up serving God. Like, she served him like mightily, because her story is there in the Bible, a significant one. In Matthew 12, I think it recorded that Mary used expensive oil to wipe Jesus' feet. And in that chapter, downward, Jesus actually spoke it out with this word: do not blame her. She's preparing me for my burial. When the disciples were saying they should have sold it and given it to the poor and all that, and all that, and all that, because the oil was too expensive. She prepared Jesus for his burial. That's not even the shocking part, the most amazing part. The most amazing part of the story is that after, like that same day, after she finished doing what she was doing, Judas betrayed Jesus, they came and caught him, crucified him the next day, and all that. He died, they buried him, he resurrected. And then there Mary Magdalene, then the other women came to the tomb to oil Jesus' body. And he was not there. They came at the wrong time. They came to serve too, just at the wrong time. This is not saying that they didn't draw from God, or they didn't receive from God, or they didn't sit at Jesus' feet and all that. No, that's not the story for today. It was recorded that Mary drew from Jesus. She sat at his feet, got instructions, got to learn, kept on drawing, and kept on drawing, and kept on drawing. And she did the right thing at the right time that others came to do. It was too late. And there was no part in the Bible that mentioned Martha anymore. So all Martha did was use her energy. There was no point that continued the story that she came and brought the food again somewhere. I don't know. It is another part that mentioned Martha again doing something for Christ. But I really don't know. This is my gist for today. So which are you? Who are you? Mary the receiver and knowing vividly what to do at the right time to do it? Or Martha, the one that will beat up herself, trying to take care of Jesus and trying to serve God, whether or not they get the instructions, whether or not they have the knowledge, whether or not they know what they are doing, whether or not they have the directions. Which are you? Don't be frantic, exhausted, frustrated out of life because you kept serving God without having to draw from Him first. Sit at His feet. Listen, we're all faulty with these things. We all just go ahead to want to do this, want to indulge in that, want to start off that ministry, want to start off this thing, want to start off this group, want to go for them, want to do this, all in the name of doing things for God. We are still struggling to get to know what to do at the right time to do it. But if we learn to set our gaze on Jesus, set our eyes on just Him, to get the instructions and get the timing to go in, it will make it so much easier for us. It will save us our time, energy, resources, so many quarrels with so many people that we think they are not supporting and all that. To help us a lot in our journey with God. We'll have it easier. And end up saying that we are accomplishing so much. Instead of having to round all the circles and coming to find out that you did nothing at the end. Choose who you want to be. None of them is a bad person. None of them is wrong, but just choose an easier path. All of them are doing the right thing. Just that one path was easier than another, right? I pray that we all learn, we all set our gaze on Jesus. That's a very difficult thing to do because we think we know too much. We think we know it. God will help us all. That's my gist for today, and I hope that you got to pick a thing or two in this gist for today. Please, again, like, share, subscribe. Please drop me your comment, write your opinions and your view. I love you guys. Have an incredibly great week ahead. Bye.